Another gorgeous night for baseball here at the Big A. Interleague action continues throughout Major League Baseball. Tonight, the Angels look to bounce back against the visiting San Francisco Giants after a tough defeat by the score of 5-3. Hi, everybody. From inside the Big A, we welcome you back to Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubza. Before we start talking about tonight's starting pitchers, I want to go back to last night's game. Jerome Williams, if you may or may not have heard, was taken to the hospital due to shortness of breath as a precautionary reason. The Angels learned today that he had multiple tests taken and obviously is probably watching tonight's broadcast from home. He is scheduled to have some more tests done tomorrow, and hopefully he's back in the Angels clubhouse very, very soon. So, Jerome, get better, buddy. Now talking to tonight's starting pitchers. Barry Zito, the left-hander, is going for the San Francisco Giants. This guy won the 2002 American League Cy Young Award, but certainly a much different pitcher than the Angels were used to seeing.
Yeah, he's had a lot of starts in his career. 29 starts coming into the game tonight, 12-10 career numbers, but has lost 4 of his last 5 decisions versus the Angels. His fastball not quite as crisp as it used to be when he's a member of the Oakland A's. He's a guy that will use the curveball very effectively. His changeup's been outstanding, and of course his little slider too. So a little different pitcher than the Angels have seen back in the day. Last 2 starts for him, 9 earned runs in 11 innings. So look for him to try to jump on him early in the game.
It's a battle of left-handers here tonight. C.J. Wilson going for the Angels, and C.J. has been very, very good of late.
Boy, you're talking about 35 innings pitches, 3 earned runs allowed, 17 hits in his last 5 games in which he's won 3. He's been so effective working down in the strike zone with his 2-seam fastball. His cut fastball has been outstanding. And one thing we both talked about during the broadcast of late, his curveball and slider have been very, very good, effective even early in the ballgame. His changeup, he worked a lot in spring training. He's been able to throw that for strikes and, of course, get a swing and miss with that pitch. So he's been outstanding of late.
See if the Angels offense can get it going. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. We'll bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Hyundai, the boats are in. The Hyundai Elantra is the 2012 North American Car of the Year. Visit your Southern California Hyundai dealer today. And by 76 Gas, we're on the driver's side. wearing their pearly white home uniform. C.J. Wilson out on the mound. Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Halos and the San Francisco Giants. And we will take a look at Bruce Bochy's starting 9. The Giants at 38-30, second in the National League West, 4.5 games back of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Gregor Blanco leading things off, and he is in right field. Ryan Terrio had a big game last night for the Giants. He's in second base. Melky Cabrera, the left fielder. Buster Posey will serve as the DH and cleanup hitter tonight. Angel Pagan in center field. It's Pablo Sandoval getting the start at third base. He was the DH last night. Brandon Belt is back at first. He was on base 4 times last night. A couple of hits, a couple of walks. Hector Sanchez, the switch hitting catcher this evening, and Joaquin Arias moves from third base over to the shortstop position. He will bat ninth. C.J. Wilson is the guy facing that lineup for the San Francisco Giants, looking for his 8th win.
Boy, he's been throwing the ball so well. We just talked about him a few seconds ago. Opponents only hit 189 against C.J. 76 strikeouts in 86 innings pitched for him. 38 walks, 2-2 at home this year with an ERA 2.61 for C.J. Power sinker. Look for him to get a lot of ground ball outs.
Defensively for the Angels, behind C.J. Wilson, Mike Trout at left, Peter Borges in center, Torrey Hunter is in right. The infield consists of Alberto Callaspo, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Albert Pujols from third to first. John Hester is behind the plate.
And just like I mentioned, a lot of ground balls should be from C.J. You got Eric Ibar, one of the best in baseball at that shortstop position. First 12 games he struggled as far as fielding the ball, but last 51 he's been outstanding fielding the ball. Great arm, very athletic, covers a lot of ground, and of course amazing instincts at that position.
Gregor Blanco leads things off, hitting .265 after his 0-for-4 performance last night. 10 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Very good speed, and the first one is down low. 1 ball, no strikes on Blanco. Ended up going 0-for-4. Did have a sacrifice bunt in the 6th inning. Giants racking out 13 hits against the Angels as that fastball catches the outside corner to even the count. Matt Cain picked up the win for San Francisco, moving his record to 9-2. Jerome Williams suffered the loss. He's now 6-5. There's Matt, lasting the requisite 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. Blanco chops this one up the first base line and foul.
Good fastball velocity so far for C.J. A lot of times you see that for a pitcher picks up as the game progresses, but already at 93 here in the first inning.
One-two on its way. Breaking pitch is lifted in the air on the third base side. Callaspo near the railing runs out of room. Nice play. Cal remains with the ball and 2 strikes. C.J. coming off of no decision in his last start against the Los Angeles Dodgers. At 7 innings. Allowed a run, 4 hits. He walked 5 and struck out 3 in that game. Well, he jammed him again. Fouled off in the seats once again.
We're seeing that fastball inside. That one at 94.
C.J. with that ERA of 2.30, good enough to lead the American League in that category.
Well, you think right now after that fastball jamming him there, he has a good opportunity to throw his slider if he's comfortable with it. Again, warming up in the bullpen before the game. There's certain pitches you can go to early on. Some you have to progress as the game goes on as far as having good feel for it.
Stays with a fastball upstairs. Still at 1-2. There's the ERA leaders in the American League. Jared Weaver will be getting his start tomorrow night against Ryan Vogelsong of the Giants. He is third. Opponent's hitting just 189 against Wilson this year as he swings and foul tips this one. Still the ball and 2 strikes. That 189 batting average against, also the best in the American League, just ahead of Brendan Morrow of the Toronto Blue Jays, who was recently put on the disabled list. Oblique strain for him. They've had a couple of their arms go down. Kyle Drabeck as well.
Yeah, he's done for the year. He's going to have Tommy John surgery again. Second time for him.
Gregor Blanco, a long at-bat. Here's the 8th pitch. This is another foul ball. CJ dropping down a little bit. Laredo style.
Michael doing a nice job against left-handed pitching, hitting 300. Staying inside the baseball pretty well. A lot of times you'll see a left-handed batter bail against a left-handed pitcher, especially one with stuff like C.J. Wilson.
Kayaspo will give it a look, but it's in the seats 7-8 rows back.
It's like facing Wade Boggs to start off a game.
That's right. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Go, okay, you're going to get a hit off me anyhow, Wade. Will you please just get it over with quickly?
Save me the misery. This one's in play. Kayaspo and Hester. It's Alberto calling off John Hester, and the first down is recorded here.
Good communication right there. Hester going for the baseball, but then was called off. Much easier play for a third baseman coming in on the baseball as compared to a catcher going back after being in that position, trying to catch a number of foul balls. A lot of pitches, even in the first bat of the game. Very difficult out of the crouch position to come up and make a play. Easier for the third baseman.
So 1 out, nobody off of Ryan Terrio, the second baseman. The former Chicago Cub looks at a strike. Also a former St. Louis Cardinals. He went 3 for 5 last night with a couple of runs batted in. Also picked up a stolen base. Bounces this one to short. Ibar has it. 2 outs.
That helps out a little bit after a long at bat to lead off the game, get a quick out. Terrio had some good at bats last night in the game.
Melky Cabrera, the switch hitting left fielder, steps in. Having another solid season, following up on what he did with Kansas City last year. He also had a 3 for 5 game last night, hitting .364. 6 home runs, 34 runs batted in. He gets jammed there, and it snowballs to 2 strikes.
13 straight strikes for C.J. Wilson. You mentioned that last game out. Very good as far as numbers wise, but for him, walks, he wasn't real happy with that, so worked on that in between starts to be able to get back in the strike zone.
Yanked foul. Still at 0-2. Yeah, that was it. The game the last time out, 5 walks. He had a similar walk or a similar issue with the walks here against the White Sox on May 17th. We learned after the game he had a little stomach virus that he was dealing with, but tied a career high with 6 walks in that game. Came in with 76 strikeouts, 38 base on balls, and 86 innings of work. Tried to climb the ladder there. Cabrera lays off, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one's ripped foul again.
Boy, Cabrera hitting .418 against left-handed pitching. Well, he was quick on that fastball inside. Boy, nice changeup down and away right now, too, because he's got that coverage on the inner half of the plate.
Goes breaking ball. Two balls, 2 strikes on Melky Cabrera, 2 outs. Blanco with a long at bat, 10 pitch at bat, resulting in a pop up. Terrio with a ground out, missing away, and it's full count with Buster Posey on deck. Here's the payoff. This is a single out towards center field. Borges will play it on the short hop. Does a nice job of keeping that baseball in front of him with Cabrera's speed. It's a good thing.
Yeah, you don't want to take that chance and dive. If that ball gets by, it's at least a triple, if not worse. Nice decision by Peter Borges to field that ball in front of him. He thought about diving for that ball, but early in the game, you don't want to give that extra base up.
So 2-out single puts a man on for Buster Posey. Did the catching last night, gets the quasi day off today, serving as a DH. Ended up going 1 for 5. 295 on the season with 8 home runs, 35 runs batted in. Product of Florida State University. Florida State currently playing UCLA in Omaha, Nebraska, the College World Series.
When it's looking at the stats for the Giants, they've been much better offensively this year, and they put the ball in play. There's only one team, the Phillies, have struck out less than this Giants team. They make good contact, make you work the count. You've seen it already here in the first inning.
Missed in. It's 2 balls and a strike. Now, I said last night I used the term nickel and dime you to death, and it's just from the fact that they don't use the long ball. I mean, they're 13th in slugging in the National League. They are 15th in home runs, 8th in on-base percentage, but they seem to get the Posey lifts this one in the air in a shallow right field. Torrey Hunter coming on. And he'll make the catch to end the inning. They seem to get the hits when needed, even though their numbers with men in scoring position not very good. We head to the bottom of the first. Trout, Hunter, and Pujols to face Barry Zito with no score. Inning with C.J. Wilson worked out of it. Certainly did not help that he had to battle Gregor Blanco for 10 pitches to get the out, but no damage. As we start the bottom of the first with no score, we'll take a look at Mike Scioscia starting tonight. Mike Trout is in left field tonight. Torrey Hunter will bat second in right field. Albert Pujols at first base. Mark Trumbo will serve as the DH and cleanup hitter. Howie Kendrick at second. Alberto Callasco at third. Eric Ibar had a nice game last night. He is at shortstop. Peter Borges gets a start at center field. John Hester will bat ninth and do the catching as they take on the 33-year-old San Diego native by the name of Barry Zito.
Barry Zito, fastball, not overpowering anymore. 83 to 88, spots it well. Curveball, which is above average, plus curveball, slider, and changeup. He's used the changeup a lot more over the last few seasons. Been a very effective out pitch for him.
Zito with a 5-4 record of 3.61 earned run average. Delivers the first one, and it's in there for a strike on Mike Trout. Mike last night 1 for 4, had 3 stolen bases, now has 19 bags on the year. In .323 with 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Swing and a miss An 0-2 count.
That's that good changeup he has. He followed up an 85-mile-an-hour fastball with a very solid changeup.
A little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was the bread and butter for Barry Zeter for many, many years. As a member of the Oakland Athletics, the high fastball, not overpowering, but the high fastball and that big curveball. This one's fouled off the end of the bat, and obviously the biggest thing for hitters was that high fastball and that curveball both starting on that same plane.
Exactly. So sometimes you would chase that high fastball because you're right, exact same plane with the fastball and curveball. The curveball would drop legit 12-6 break on that curveball for him.
1-2, and that is hooked down the left field line, and that will go for extra bases. Cabrera does a nice job of cutting it off. He's got a good arm, but no chance in getting Trout, who has himself a leadoff double.
12th double of the year for Mike Trout. Got that curveball, got it out in front. Be able to take away some of the break. Turns on it, hits it in the left field corner. And Cabrera, with one of the strongest, most accurate arms in the outfield, does a nice job of cutting it off and getting it in quickly, forcing that head-first dive in for Mike Trout.
One ball, no strikes on Torrey Hunter. Torrey went around on that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
A little play off of Blue Oyster Cult song. Don't fear the runners in scoring position for the Angels. They've struggled, certainly of late. Just go out and relax, do the little things, let the baseball travel and make good contact, and just try to simplify your approach.
1-1 pitch. Torrey drives a bunt. It drops a beautiful bunt on the third base line. Sandoval put it in your back pocket. You've got no chance. That is an infield base hit that moves Trout over to third.
Well, accomplish 2 things with that bunt by Torrey Hunter. You move the runner over, and of course you get a base hit yourself, first and third, and brings up Albert Pujols, who's a .333 career hitter against Zito with 2 home runs. Sandoval playing back, not anticipating Torrey Hunter the bunt. He's on a perfect bunt for a hit.
So Albert will step in. Pujols last night 0 for 2, did pick up an RBI on a sacrifice fly. That came in the first inning. As he went around on the breaking pitch, it's 0-1. Albert hitting .254, 10 home runs, 39 runs batted in, has 17 doubles on the year. As we pointed out during yesterday's game, the struggles that the Angels have had here over the last week or thereabouts, even going back to that Colorado series with men in scoring position. 0-1. Off speed, hammered out toward left center field. Nobody's going to get this one. This one is gone! For Pujols. The Halos take a 3-0 lead.
Boy, Albert did a tremendous job. It was all set up by the hustle double by Mike Trout, the bunt, base hit for Torrey Hunter, allowing Albert to come up in these spots and comes through with a 3-run home run number 11, now RBI number 42 with 1 swing to the back. Gets that pitch out in front. Good balance through the baseball, simplifying the approach with runners in scoring position.
Trumbo chasing the high fastball. And it's no balls and a strike. Albert with his 11th of the year, now with 42 runs batted in. He's tied with Mark Trumbo in the RBI category. One ball, 1 strike. Trumbo last night 1 for 4. Picked up his 16th home run of the season. mentioned the 42 runs batted in. He's hitting .319, still third in the American League in that category. Breaking pitch, and that is pulled just wide of the bag at third. One-two on its way. Trumbull hits one sharply towards short. Diving is Arias. Comes out of his glove. Make that 4 consecutive hits for the Angels. Defensively for the Giants tonight, you've got Cabrera in left, Pagan in center, Blanco is in right field. The infield consists of Sandoval, Arias, Terrio, and Belt from third to first, with Hector Sanchez doing the catching.
And Sandoval at third base has committed 5 errors this season in that position. I would firmly believe you force that issue with him at third base. Make him field his position. Make him come in on the bunts like Torrey Hunter did. You're going to see that out of Mike Trout tonight. Peter Borges, he's got a strong throwing arm, but you got to make him field his position. The Giants overall have struggled defensively. Last in the fielding percentage in the National League.
58 errors committed by the San Francisco Giants through their first 68 games. They made some pretty nice plays last night, that's for sure. Zito still looking for that first down here in the first. 3-0 Halos. Here's Howie Kendrick. Shows bunt. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Howie got into the game last night as a pinch hitter in the 9th inning. Struck out. He went 0 for 1. He's hitting .267. 4 home runs and 24 runs batted in on the year. Sandoval played just about even with the bag at third. As the off-speed pitch is down and away.
Howie 5 for 8 against Zito in his career with 1 home run.
Zito's coming off back-to-back losses against Texas and against Houston. Both at home. As Howie dribbles this one foul up the third base line. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Matter of fact, this is his first road start for Barry Zito since May the 23rd. That was at Miller Park in Milwaukee, which he lasted just 3 innings. But his last 2 starts, he's allowed 9 earned runs and 11 innings of work in those 2 losses against the Lone Star State teams.
4 home runs allowed in those 2 starts.
Tried to paint on the outside corner, just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So C.J. Wilson had a long top of the first inning, but that was really courtesy of the 10-pitch at-bat for Gregor Blanco. A long bottom of the first for Barry Zito. He's allowed a double, a bunt single, a 3-run home run, and an infield single. 2-2. Outside, full count. Alberto Callasco on deck.
You've seen what he's done his last 51 innings here at the Big A as far as been dominant. A different pitcher now at this point. Spots the fastball more. A lot more changeup. Still has the big curveball, but his changeup has become one of his go-to pitches.
3-2 is fouled off to the right. Trumbull was going with the pitch. .14 strikes, 6 balls. Nobody out here in the first. Another 3-2. Trumbo takes off, and another foul ball off to the right.
Zito with no pickoffs this year has allowed 3 stolen bases in 6 attempts. Sanchez behind the plate has a strong throwing arm. He's thrown out over 41% of would-be base stealers.
Trumbo again takes off, and Howie works the walk. So first and second with nobody out, and Callasco coming to the plate. The Angels have not scored more than 3 runs
since the Sunday game at Colorado. That was the 10-8 victory as the Angels ended up sweeping the Rockies. It's been a tough stretch.
And remember how successful the top three in the order were in Colorado. We've seen that so far tonight.
The Angels still picked up the series win against the Dodgers. Took the series against the Diamondbacks. Castle drops a bunt on the first base side. Zito picks it up and has to wait for Terrio for a moment. And the sacrifice advances Trumbull to third and Kendrick to second. One out.
Nice job by Callaspo to advance the runner for two in scoring position. Bring up Eric Ibar, who's hit .396 in interleague play this year.
Giants deciding how they're going to play their infield. Sandoval and Belt in on the grass with Ibar and his speed. Arias and Terrio not in all the way. They're playing halfway. They're the middle infielders. There's the alignment for you. And you would think the way that Eric has swung the bat from the right side of the plate, that this matchup against Zito plays into Eric's hand. As the first one is a strike, especially with that breaking pitch if he decides to throw him a curveball.
Yeah, he's 3 for 5 in his career with a home run against Barry Zito, Eric Ibar.
Ibar had a 3-hit game 2 nights ago. 2-hit game last night, going 2 for 4. He had a beautiful bunt single last night as well. Hitting .239 with a home run and 15 runs batted in. 0-1 on its way. There's that breaking pitch, missing down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ibar with 13 doubles and 2 triples. And just joining us, Albert Pujols with a 3-run home run, his 11th of the year. After Trout led off the bottom of the first with a double down the left field line, and Torrey Hunter had a bunt base hit himself. 1-1 pitch. Lays off. 2 balls and a strike.
Good patience so far as Zito not swinging the pitches in the dirt. Again, used to throw a cut fastball, but doesn't throw that too often anymore. So if you're a right-handed batter, you got to be comfortable looking away against Zito, whether it's a curveball, changeup, or fastball.
2-1. Now the dirt gets away from Sanchez, but Trumbull can't find the baseball. It doesn't go that far back. 3 balls and a strike. We've talked a couple of times whether it's Trumbull or Mike Trout at third base. That is a very difficult play for a base runner because of the angle that he has in trying to find the baseball. You see the baseball kind of stays in line with the body of the catcher and the home plate umpire.
Yeah, and unless you see that baseball going further back, there's no reason to go, especially when you know it's a 3-1 count, a good hitter's count for the guy at the plate.
It's tough to judge that depth perception of the baseball. So 3-1 count. Borges is on deck. 1 out here in the first. 3-0 Halos. Here's the pitch. It is high, and they are loaded up for Peter Borges. Second walk of the inning for Zito.
This is where Peter Borges has to be patient, try to get a fastball that he could hit in the air. The other day he came up in a spot like this at a ground ball. Hard, but right to third base. Look for an elevated pitch. Zito will get some pitches up in the strike zone. Trying to get his first RBI since May 7th for Borges.
Peter did not play last night. Did get the start in Sunday's game as the big curveball is in there. In that game, Borges was hit by a pitch at a fly ball to center and reached on the fielder's choice and scored. Again, the corner infielders in Sandoval and Belt playing in. Middle infielders playing halfway, looking for a double play ball. Borges a tough kind of double up. As the curveball again drops in for strike 2. George Contos is up and loosening. Zito's thrown 30 pitches so far here in the first inning. 0-2 pitch. This one's out toward left field. Melky Cabrera moving over, reaches up and makes the catch. Trumbull will tag It's 4-0 Angels. Sacrifice fly for Peter Borges.
Boy, nice job by Borges there, even falling behind in the count on 2 big slow curveballs. Gets a pitch elevated enough and hits that fly ball, getting his first RBI. RBI number 10 on the season for Borges. Job well done there. This again, simplifying your approach with runners in scoring position gets the job done. Almost got that over the head of Melky Cabrera. That would have been fun to watch with that speed. He reaches up, makes a nice play, but the job is done by Borges.
So the Angels have hit around here as John Hester steps to the plate. Kendrick at second, Ibar at first. First one's outside. John Hester hitting .239 with a home run, a double, 1 RBI. John last caught on Saturday. 0 for 3 in that game. That was the Joe Saunders game. 1-1. This is the first time Zito has faced the Angels since 2009. Prior to tonight, had lost 4 of his last 5 decisions against the Halos. Gave up 7 runs in his last start. That was June 15th of 09. Breaking pitch, a swing and a miss. 1-2.
And he gave up 10 hits in that short outing.
Breaking pitch grounded toward the middle. Arias to his left has it, feeds Terrio, and they force out Ibar to end the inning. But the Angels strike first. They get 4 runs on 4 hits. Albert Pujols with 1 big swing of the bat, putting the Angels up early. 1 of the books. It is 4-0 Angels. Jay Wilson getting his warm-up tosses in. 4 straight knocks for the Angels to start that first. Peter Borges capping the scoring with a sacrifice fly. And John Hester almost snuck a single up the middle, waiting back on that breaking pitch.
Good approaches against Zito in this game so far, all in the first inning, working the counts. For Pujols, 3-run home run, the best play in baseball.
According to Earl Weaver and you. It's good company, man. As long as you don't go snapper head on me like Earl used to on an umpire.
Turn my hat around and just started screaming at you.
Angel Pagan, Pablo Sandoval, Brandon Belt here the second for San Francisco. Pagan, a switch hitter, getting 306 on the year, 5 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Very, very good speed. Hit a 1 for 5 game last night with an RBI as he takes a strike. Pagan backing out at the plate. Native of Puerto Rico. Spent last year with the New York Mets. 262. Get to track him down at center field. They've actually got a very good outfield in general as far as guys that can run the baseball down. And Cabrera, Pagan, and Gregor Blanco. Blanco making that great catch to save Matt Cain's perfect game. This one's chopped over to third. Alberto's got it. High throw, and that is going to go as an error. Alberto Callaspo had all day, did not throw a strike to first, and that'll cost him a two-base error. The man in scoring position.
Well, so often that happens with third baseman. Most times you don't have time to get that crow hop and throw the first base. In that high throw, most times you got to field it and fire it across the diamond. You don't have time to think. And the ball goes into the dugout and allow him to get to second base. So look, like when he was going through with the follow through, his front foot got caught in the grass in the dirt area and ended up elevating in high throw and over Pulse's head.
Fourth error of the year for Callaspo as Pablo Sandoval will step in. Sandoval last night went 0 for 4, hitting .302, 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Ground ball toward the hole. Ibar has it go off his glove. Pagan will score. Sandoval will stop at first. It is 4-1 Angels.
Well, I think right away what happened there with Eric Ibar, he was thinking he has a play at third base. Before the ball got in his glove, he took an eye off it. But he had a chance at getting Pagan at third base because it's a long throw to get Sandoval, although it doesn't run necessarily well to first. He has a chance at third base on this play.
Well, a gift of a run to the San Francisco Giants. Sandoval gets credit for a single and an RBI. His 19th run batted in. Brandon Belt will step in. Still nobody out here in the second. Belt last night, as we mentioned, going through the lineup, on base 4 times. 2 hits, 2 walks. Fouls this one back to the left. Belt's hitting .261, 3 home runs, 24 runs batted in, a product of Nacogdoches, Texas, at the University of Texas, thus making him a Longhorn. Big guy.
6'5". A pretty powerful swing. Hasn't developed much power yet. But with a swing like that and the contact he makes, you certainly envision him doing so as his career progresses.
5th round pick in 2009. Two balls and a strike. He's one of those guys that you look at his transactions or the way he was kind of monitored coming up. Tells you what kind of a prospect he was. Belt selected by Boston in the 11th round in 06, by the Braves in the 11th round in 07, and by the Giants in the 5th round in 09. This one's lifted in the air to left center. Playable for Borges. 1 out. Sandoval heads back to first base. Brandon Vera highlights another big UFC fight night Saturday night, August the 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, live on Fox. There he is right there. The Truth. Tickets go on sale this Friday at the Staples Center.
It'll be a lot of fun there to be able to see that.
I'm talking to you, Vera. That Gooby said that.
Yeah, I was going to say, way to go, Victor Rojas, with the white shirt on here in the booth.
I can't believe you were talking smack about Vera. They don't call him the Truth for nothing. One out, one on for Hector Sanchez, who bounces one over to Ibar, feeds Kendrick for 1. Inning-ending double play. The Giants do get a run as we head to the bottom of the second. The Halos up 4-1. as we start the bottom of the second inning. Barry Zito had a long bottom of the first. 9 batters came to the plate. Mike Trout will be leading things off. There's his parents. They've been here about 5 days, or they stick around till Sunday. They travel around a little bit to see their boy.
Yeah, they were out in the field today by the dugout. Boy, this thing has to be an outstanding feeling for him.
Mike started off the rally in the bottom of the first inning with a double down the left field line. His 12th of the year, and eventually scored. Pulls this one. That's inside the bag. That's going to go for another extra base hit. Cabrera plays the carom cleanly. Trout in at second with his second double of the game.
Well, the way he runs, you might as well not even try to get your camera out to take a picture. He's too quick. I mean, Cabrera did a great job of cutting off that baseball. Anybody else, he has a chance to throw out. The Trout right down the line. Well, how exciting is that? A couple doubles in the game already, giving him now 13 doubles on the season, along with 3 triples and 6 home runs.
Millville, New Jersey's in the house. Torrey looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. Torrey with a bunt base hit in the first inning, also scored a run, so he's 1 for 1. First multi-hit game for Trout since last Monday against the Dodgers. He hit his 6th home run of the year. Five hits now for the Angels. Terrio trying to keep Trout close to the bag. Torrey lifts one out toward deep right field. This one chasing Blanco back, still drifting back. And shy of the track, he'll make the catch. Trout tags up and heads to third, 1 out.
Productive out there for Torrey. You can see what he was trying to do, his game plan to go the other way. Kept his hands back, let the baseball travel, and the ball extremely well to right field. Blanco had to go all the way back to the warning track to field that, but a job well done. You see the high fives? Trying to respond right back. Giants scored a run in the top of the second, putting Pujols up here to be able to bring that run back.
Now they're playing their infield halfway against Albert. 3-run home run in the first inning. 11th of the year, 42 runs batted in. This one ground ball towards short. Arias can't get it. That goes into center field. A run will score. Pujols with his 4th run batted in tonight. And that's what having the infield halfway will do to you. Kind of opens up some holes.
I mean, that's surprising if you're going to bring the infield in like that. With Trout's speed, the Angels are going to go on contact anyhow. If that ball, even if he fields that ball, there's no chance you're going to get him at home. By being in that position, though, Albert gets another base hit, another hit with a runner in scoring position tonight for the Angels. Simplifying the approach, letting the ball travel, not trying to do too much with the swings. Again, a job well done by Torrey Hunter, hitting that ball to right field to advance Mike Trout to third base.
Trevo takes way inside for ball 1. Mark had an infield base hit in the first inning and also scored. The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. Evens the count. Pujols now with that RBI single. 43 runs batted in, team leader. 38 runs batted in since May the 6th. Not going to miss 1 and 2. It's over 41 games that leads Major League Baseball. Big curveball missing away. I wouldn't think the Giants would be giving Zito much rope. They got George Contos up in the first inning.
And you're facing C.J. Wilson, who's been outstanding in his last 5 starts. 3 earned runs in 35 innings pitched.
2-2. Breaking pitch, bounced right back to Zito. He fires to Terrio, low throw, but he snags it. That's an inning-ending double play. The Angels do get a run as we've played 2 here at the Big A. It's 5-1 Angels. Two runs scored. Halos with a 5-1 lead as we start this third inning. 9-1-2 for the Giants. Arias, Blanco, and Terrio. Joaquin Arias got the start over at third base last night. Moves over to shortstop tonight. No Brandon Crawford in the lineup. Arias ended up going 2 for 4, had a double. 242. A home run and 13 runs batted in. A couple of former teammates here, C.J. Wilson and Joaquin Arias, the Texas Rangers. Count even up. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, last night I was mentioning about Arias being a member of the New York Yankees and going over in that trade for Alex Rodriguez. The interesting part of that deal is Arias lifts this one out toward right center field. Borges is there and make the catch. But the Rangers had a choice of players in that deal. Alfonso Soriano, of course, was coming back to Texas with A-Rod going to New York. But the Rangers had a choice between Soriano plus outfielder Rudy Guillen, shortstop Joaquin Arias, second baseman Robinson Cano, outfielder Bronson Sardina, and right-hander Jose Valdez.
So Robinson Cano could have been a member of
the Texas Rangers. They chose Joaquin Arias. And Cano, don't you know, has had a pretty good career with the Yankees.
One of the best pure hitters and all-around players. He's outstanding at second base.
Now imagine Robinson Cano in that lineup with Texas.
I don't want to, if that's okay with you.
Gregor Blanco had a 10-pitch at-bat as the count evened up at 1-1. That was the first inning plate appearance, which resulted in a pop-up, which of course kind of reminded Gooby of facing Wade Boggs for many, many seasons. This one's rolled foul, 1-2. Wade Boggs, by the way, a .367 hitter in his career against my partner on the
I'm pretty happy I kept him under 400.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, kudos to you. You know what? A toast. Let's toast to that.
Yes.
Cheers.
Did hit one home run against me, too. I remember that.
I would hope so, that a slap hitter would hit a bomb off you, and of course you would remember.
Yes. Not that I don't keep a book mentally on all those home runs I gave up over the years.
In Boston?
No, in Kansas City.
Dude, he took you deep in KC?
Yeah, the other way, too. I'm still upset about that one. Left center field.
Something was wrong with the baseballs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
no
87. That's when everyone was hitting home runs.
Of course.
Yes.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Blanco, 2 down. I mean, hitting the ball out of that ballpark, especially the opposite way for a left-handed batter, ridiculous.
Oh, great power. You know, he had a bunch of them in BP, but that's the kind of pitch I wish I could throw to Wade Boggs, a fastball in like that to get a swing and miss, because there was no chance of getting that by him. He was going to foul it off until you get it over the plate. Blanco's has been very effective as far as seeing a lot of pitches making contact, but could not catch up to that fastball inside.
First strikeout of the game for CJ. This one's hit out toward right center field. Hit pretty good. Borges got a good jump on it, tracking it down, reaches up, makes the catch. That will end the inning. What a terrific running grab by Peter Borges on a ball tailing away from him. It's a 1-2-3 frame, and the Angels maintain their 5-1 lead.
Boy, keep it in the yard. It's going to be caught with this outfield for the Angels.
Getting some love in the dugout by Torrey Hunter. Looks like Torrey saying, I would have caught it just standing there waiting for it.
That's unbelievably fast.
You know, Peter, when I was your age, I used to be able to track it down. That's still one of the best all-time Torrey Hunter quotes. I remember being that fast when I first came up. You can't say it with a straight face.
No, can't.
Howie Kendrick to lead things off, followed by Alberto Callaspo and then Eric Ibar here in the third. 5-1 Angels.
I mean, from this angle up here, it looked like Peter had no chance of catching that baseball.
Correct. Right-handed batter, ball tailing away from you, and hit pretty good by Terrio. Howie drew a walk in the first. Ahead of the count of 2 balls and a strike. Zito with no strikeouts, 2 walks, 6 hits allowed. Gave up 4 in the first inning, 2 in the second. Three-one count. Three-one. Now he shoots one down the right field line, tailing foul. Payoff pitch. Bouncer right back to the mound. 1 away. Hey, Friday at the Big A from 6:30 to 8:30. Angels Hall of Famer Rod Carew will be signing copies of Under the Halo. Stop by the Gate 1 Music Garden to purchase your autographed copy for $60 and be entered in a free raffle drawing to win a Toyota Yaris. Proceeds will benefit the Angels Baseball Foundation. It's also Big Bang Friday.
Well, if you get a chance, if you're a fan, to talk to Rod Carew, he's unbelievable. His baseball knowledge, his approach at the plate, his hitting philosophy still to this day. He's a big believer in utilizing the bunt. That way you can start tracking the baseball, and then even when you're going to go full swing away, you can see the ball much better that way.
To Callan Callaspo as he fouls that one off the mask of Sanchez. Alberto had a bunt in the first inning. There's a sacrifice bunt. So no official at bat for him.
They're hitting over 100 points higher at home for Callaspo.
Breaking pitch, bounced over to short. Arias has it on 2 big hops, 2 down. Eric Ibar will step to the plate. Speaking of which, take a look at our Mazda leaderboard. Talking about infield hits this season.
And Eric Ibar is always at the top of that list as far as infield hit. Bunt hits too. Very good bunter from both sides of the plate. Surprised to see Adam Jones in that one. A lot of power that he has.
Eric drew a walk in the first inning. Takes upstairs. At that point, that loaded up the bases in the first inning, and that resulted in a sacrifice fly by Peter Borges, who's on deck. 4 in the first, 1 in the second for the Angels. The strike. Here's the 1-1. Way upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Sandoval playing in just in case Eric has any ideas of dropping one down. Two on. With the foul and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Take a look at the men in black tonight. Chuck's cousin Scott Berry calling the balls and strikes. Jerry Meals is over at first. Gary Darling at second base, and Paul Emmel at third. Two. Loop foul.
Well, the difference in velocity for Zito from when we saw him when he first came up and won a Cy Young with the Oakland A's. Not necessarily, he's not going to throw in the mid to upper 90s, but he can pop a few fastballs in the low 90s, but now settling around 85 consistently.
This one toward the hole. Pablo Sandoval with a diving stop, gets up, fires to first, safe at first, and infield base hit for Eric Ibar. Bruce Bochy's going to come out and argue with Jerry Meals, or at the very least get an explanation from Meals. Sandoval did just about everything he could at third base.
And Sandoval did a nice job. It was a strong throw across the diamond. So some good range. It's a great play by Sandoval. That's good range, strong throw. Well, that's back-to-back games in which you see the foot going on the base as the baseball is going in the glove. Look, they might have got him. But I think they saw the leaderboards for infield hits for Eric Ibar, so they figured they wanted to add on.
Here, that, you know, his thinking was Brandon Belt coming off the bag. Not that he was off the bag, but that whole motion of coming off the bag, maybe putting some doubt in the back of Jerry Meals' mind.
Yeah, you see a lot of first basemen doing that. As far as a throw across to get your foot off the base, to give that impression that the play is made, and that sound as far as the foot hitting the base, as far as and the baseball going in the glove. That's what the umpire goes by, sound.
Albert does that a lot. And to me, it's almost a signal as if I'm trying to sell you on the play at first. Borges fouls it off. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, JT Snow, who was an Angel and a Giant, was very good at that himself. Great fielding first baseman, but he could sell that one real well.
I don't think JT gets enough credit for how good a defensive first baseman.
Oh, he was unbelievable. Was. Unbelievable.
Smooth, made it look easy.
Great on that throw to second base on a 3-6-3 double play, too.
1-1 pitch. Up and away. 2 balls and a strike.
And didn't he make the save on Dusty Baker's son in that World Series?
Yeah, sure did.
When he ran out to the field.
Grabbed him. You would have thought JT would have gotten an endorsement deal with Allstate back then. Borges lifts one high and deep toward left. Cabrera can't find it. Now he does. He's under it, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. 2 out, infield base hit, stranded at first. 3 in the books. Still 5-1 Angels. Authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Angels Baseball LP. 5-1 Angels, top of the 4th inning. Cabrera, Posey, and Pagan against C.J. Wilson. C.J. with a strikeout, no walks, 2 hits allowed. That run that came across in the second, an unearned run, courtesy of the error by Alberto Castro. The ball hit by Pagan. Cabrera takes a breaking pitch upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. He had a base hit with 2 outs in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1. One run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on for San Francisco. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 3 left on for the Halos. 1-1 pitch pulled down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Cabrera remains a hitting machine as he strolls into second with a double. Looks like he's limping a little bit. He stumbled around first base.
His 15th double. He has 7 triples, 6 home runs. Now 5 for 7 in this series against the Angels. Just as he made the turn around the base.
.100 hits for Melky Cabrera. Buster Posey trying to hold up. He did, says Jerry Mills. 1 ball, no strikes. Posey with a fly ball to right field that ended the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Posey making a wise decision not signing with the Angels after being a 50th round pick. Kind of worked out in his favor. He chops this one to the left side. Callaspo cuts in front of Ibar. 1 out. So Cabrera remains in scoring position. Pagan coming to the plate. It's time now for our AT&T trivia question. This evening we ask, Barry Zito, 150 career wins. Only 4 other pitchers from USC with 100 or more wins in the big leagues. Barry started his collegiate career at UC Santa Barbara, to Pierce Junior College, and then transferred back up to USC. The first one is high. 1 ball, no strikes.
I know one
big, tall left-hander.
Big, strong, drop and drive Hall of Fame pitcher.
Yeah. Pagan reached on the arrow by Callaspo and scored the Giants run as this one's popped up. Albert Pujols on the infield there. 2 down.
Well, that's a great changeup. That's the one pitch CJ worked on a lot in spring training. Very comfortable throwing that. Gets an easy pop up in the infield. Turns that one over. Gets a hitter out in front. Takes the hip away. And all you can do as a hitter is try to keep your bat back long enough to make some kind of contact. Ends up being a pop up.
So 2 outs, and Cabrera is still standing at second base. Pablo Sandoval comes up. RBI single his first time up. That was the ball that went underneath the glove of Eric Ibar. Down and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
Unusual thing for both pitchers, both lefty pitchers, on the third base side of the pitching rubber. Generally you think of left-handers being on the first base side. Both very comfortable being on that side. The reason why they do that, to be able to get pitches inside against right-handed batters, because you're going to see a number of them during the course of a game.
Two and 0. Pitch downstairs, and then actually gets away from Hester. It should go as a pass ball. Didn't look like the ball bounced on him. They do charge CJ with a wild pitch. That's a pretty straightforward pitch.
Unless it was a cross up.
Yeah, unless Hester thought it was a breaking pitch down low.
Cabrera's still not running real well when he went over to third base.
Brandon Belts over in the on-deck circle. That's a strike on the outside corner. Wilson at 54 pitches. The 55th is inside, a 2-out walk. So runners at the corners now. 1 strikeout, 1 walk for CJ. Face Belt here, who hit a fly ball to center field in the second inning. Hester having to tie his shoes, it looks like. So Belt steps in. Melky Cabrera standing at third base and Sandoval over at first. 0-1 count. Like that, especially after a walk. The breaking pitch getting him on his front foot.
You see that a lot. When you start missing location, especially with your fastball, the best way to get back into your mechanics is to throw a breaking pitch. Because to throw a good breaking pitch, you have to have flawless mechanics, and then it allows you to get back into good fastball release point.
Well, good pitch there again. 0-2.
Nice job as far as staying back, and great location. Hits the glove on a slider.
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Down goes Belt. Second strikeout of the night for CJ. We hit to the bottom of the 4th. Angels still lead this one.
Angels baseball is brought to you by the new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on.
Gorgeous shot of the Big A. The Halos with a 5-1 lead as we start this bottom of the 4th inning. John Hester, Mike Trout, and Torrey Hunter due up against Barry Zito here in the 4th inning. One of Gooby's favorite new songs, Call Me Maybe, is blaring here at the Big A. You've got that whole routine down that you saw on YouTube, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, the Harvard baseball team doing the dance in the van. That's cool, man. John Hester looks at the breaking pitch upstairs.
That's how I roll.
1 ball, no strikes. Hester rolled into a fielder's choice at the end of the 1st inning, so he's 0 for 1. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope. But I'm going to roll with it.
Barry Zito settled down in the 3rd inning, gave up a 2-out infield base hit to Eric Ibar, but then Peter Borch hit the high fly ball to left. This one's off the end of the bat. 2 balls and 1 strike. Zito now at 67 pitches. No strikeouts, 2 walks. 7 hits allowed, including the Pujols home run in the first inning, a 3-run shot. Two and 2. Two. Ground ball foul. Another very good crowd on hand. I don't think there's many San Francisco Giants fans as there were last night, but good showing once again. Hester lifts one on the right field line, tailing away from Blanco, who has terrific speed, slides and can't make the play. It's a foul ball. He had a long way to go.
Well, he did make up a lot of the ground. Almost made an outstanding play. Sliding. Well, I still reflect on that play he made in Matt Cain's perfect game. Diving, catching that baseball as he lands on the warning track. I saw Matt Cain running around earlier today doing a lot of conditioning. Well, this is some kind of play. That's about as good as it gets. You know you're going to have some special day going.
Hester's on board with a leadoff single. Not to take anything away from that one. Dwayne Wise's catch over the wall to preserve Mark Burley's perfect game. It's pretty good. He didn't have to go as far as Blanco did.
Then he had to catch that ball out there, popped out of his hand, and still held on to that baseball. That's the thing about a perfect game. The defense has to be flawless. That was a great play by him. There's a couple really good plays in that game by the Giants to preserve that perfect game for Matt Cain.
Leadoff man is on board. Here's Mike Trout. Looks at a strike. Trout's 2 for 2, couple of doubles. His 12th and 13th of the year. 2 runs scored. Mike coming into this game had just 2 extra base hits in his last 29 at bats. He's picked up 2 tonight. Sandoval playing it at third. Breaking pitch, line to center. Make that a 3-hit game for Mike Trout.
Well, you're just looking at Barry Zito going against Mike Trout with his mom and dad watching. I just don't know if he has a pitch to be able to get him out, because from the left side he's seeing the ball, tracking the ball so well, whether it's his curveball or fastball. It's coming into a good part of his bat. And he has that short, compact swing and threw the baseball so effectively. Even if it's a slower breaking ball like that, he's still able to keep his hands back and rocket up the middle.
That's his 8th game in which he's had 3 or more hits. He's had 1 4-hit game, and that is through today. He hasn't played many games this year. As Torrey Hunter steps in, this is Trout's 47th of the year, and Torrey swings through that one with his 0-1.
Torrey's done his job twice tonight. A bunt base hit, and then of course a real good swing to right field that advanced Trout after he had his 2nd double of the game.
Oh, 1 pitch. Torrey hammers one down the left field line. It is hooking and it is foul.
Wow. That's a long way. Boy, try to sneak a fastball inside. Boy, that baseball was absolutely smashed.
Oh, 2 count. Hester standing at second, Trot over at first. Pujols on deck. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. That is the first strikeout of the game for Barry Zito.
Now let's take a look at our AT&T U-verse replay. Albert Pujols has been outstanding with runners in scoring position this game. In the first inning, it's a 3-run home run to left center field, his 11th home run, 42nd RBI, and then a base hit with Trout at third base with the infield halfway in. 4 RBIs in the game for Albert Pujols, giving him now 43 on the season.
Albert 2 for 2, a home run, a single, 4 runs batted in. Lays off the high fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Albert with his second 4 RBI game this season. Only other one came on June the 9th against Colorado. Got 2 men on here. 2 balls and no strikes. First Contos. The 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. The 5 earned runs allowed by Zito tonight, the most, tying him for the most allowed in a game this year. Back-to-back starts, as a matter of fact. We mentioned that start against the Astros. Gave up 5 in 5 innings. On just 5 hits. He's allowed 9 hits tonight for 3 1/3. Outside, that is a 4-pitch walk, and they're loaded up for Trumbo. Might be it for Zito after that walk. The third issued by the left-hander. Contos is ready to go in the bullpen. Bruce Bochy is going to go to the pen. Zito making one of his shortest outings of the season. He went 3 innings in his last road start. And last just 3 1/3 here tonight with property all over the bases. The Angels up 5-1. Angels baseball is brought to you by the amazing grilled cheese bacon burger, a charbroiled beef patty with 2 kinds of melted cheese and 2 strips of crispy bacon, only at Carl's Jr. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T Rethink Possible. And by Dodge. Barry Zito done after 3 1/3. He is sitting on the bench right now with men all over the bases. They are loaded and they all belong to Zito. He lasted just 80 pitches this evening. 9 hits, 5 earned runs so far. 3 walks, 1 strikeout. George Contos comes in our in and out, who is in, who is out. Contos, former New York Yankee, acquired in a trade for Chris Stewart, the catcher. Comes on in relief to face Mark Trumbo, who is 1 for 2, a single, a double play ball, and a run scored.
Yeah, fastball 89 to 93. Slider, changeup, those ate a lot of sliders. His go-to pitch.
Hester standing at third, Trout at second, Pujols at first. Here comes the first one. Swing and a miss on the slider. It was 0-1. Canto's a fifth-round pick of the Yankees in 2006 at Northwestern University. Breaking pitch down low. He did get some time in the big leagues last year with the Pinstripers. No record in 7 games with a 3 ERA. 2010, or actually prior to 2011, a Rule 5 selection by the Padres, but they returned him to the Yankees midway through spring training. He's 27 years of age. One pitch. Fastball hit out towards straightaway center field. Chasing Pagan back, still going back at the wall, reaches up. Hester will score. Trout will come in to score. Pujols being waved around, and the throw to the plate, not in time. 8-1 Angels.
Boy, Trumbo just crushed that ball to dead center field. And no hesitation for Dino Evil sending everyone around on that ball off the wall. Second triple of the year for Mark Trumbo, giving him now RBI 43, 44, and now 45. Fastball up. Boy, it looked like he thought he got it there. Dead center field, Pagan back to the wall, but didn't really get a good feel for where the wall was at. So he got back to the warning track and ran into the wall, the ball off the wall and by him for a 3-run triple.
So Howie Kendrick will step in, infield in for San Francisco. Howie lost one in the air down the right field line. This should be deep enough to score Trumbo. Blanco will make the catch. Here comes Trumbo. It's a 9-1 Angels lead.
Boy, some great approaches throughout the entire game for the Angels against Giant pitching. First Zito, now Cantos going the other way. Howie, sac fly. RBI number 25.
Alberto Callaspo looks at a strike with 2 outs here in the 4th. Eight of the 9 runs charged to Barry Zito. The 9th charge to Cantos. Roberto looks at strike 2. Sacrifice bunt, a ground out. So Callaspo is 0 for 1.
Well, Trout and Borges combined 5 for 5. 5 runs scored.
Let's go back to our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, there's definitely was no fear for getting hits with runners in scoring position. Don't fear the runners in scoring position. We'll play on the Blue Oyster Cult song. They've been outstanding throughout the entire game, simplifying that approach. Only 4 for 7 with runners in scoring position. We're only in the 4th inning.
Down and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Down goes Callaspo, and the inning comes to an end. The Angels tack on 4 more runs. The big swing of the bat by Mark Trumbo. Bases clearing triple. He scored on the sac fly by Howie Kendrick. 4 in the books. 9-1 Angels. score of 9-1. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubiza. The Angels offense obviously getting the job done tonight. 10 hits, and they've done it with men in scoring position, giving C.J. Wilson a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, 4 for 7, top of the order. Top 4 batters, 8 hits, 7 RBIs. So they've been doing their job, simplifying the approach and crushing the baseball. Might try getting that breaking ball, turns on it. One of his 2 doubles and Pujols. Just an amazing job of getting that baseball out in front and driving out for a 3-run home run in the first inning, giving C.J. Wilson some wiggle room right out of the get-go, scoring those runs. Allows you to be more aggressive with your fastball, and we've seen a lot of strikes thrown in this game from C.J.
Angels with 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the fourth. As he has a 1-ball, 1-strike count here against Hector Sanchez. 8-9-1 for San Francisco. Sanchez, Arias, and Blanco. Sanchez rolled into a inning-ending double play in the second inning. Loops this one out towards shallow center field. Borges will play it on a hop. So leadoff single for Sanchez. It's a man on for Joaquin Arias.
Number 13, shortstop, Joaquin Arias.
CJ's so good as far as getting a double play ball. Last year, over 30 double plays he got while on the mound. And Arias has hit into 9 double plays himself this year.
Joaquin Arias is 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center field. Wilson has had 1-2-3 inning. That was the third inning. One ball, 1 strike. Angels at the start of the day, 5 back in the American League West. Texas Rangers taking on the San Diego Padres down at Petco Park, leading that one 3-1 at the bottom of the 5th. Four more interleague games. 1 more tomorrow against the Giants, 3 against the Dodgers, and then we get back to playing American League Baseball. And I mean that from the standpoint of not the DH, but tired of facing the National League opponents. Feels like we've been doing it for a month as Arias lines one out to center field. Borges will play this one on a hop, so back-to-back singles for San Francisco to start this 5th inning. Go back to our AT&T trivia question, and Barry Zito having gone to USC. There's 150 wins in the big leagues for the 4 other pitchers from USC with 100 or more wins in the big leagues. Tom Seaver, Randy Johnson, Bill Lee, and Jim Barr. Another guy that probably would have gotten there too had it not been for the elbow problem, Steve Busby.
A couple of no-hitters for Busby in his career.
Top of the order, and Gregor Blanco at the plate. It's a breaking pitch in the dirt.
And one guy we anticipated winning a lot of games at the major league level from USC, Mark Pryor. Just couldn't stay healthy. Still working hard to get back up to the major league level. I think he's pitching out of the bullpen now.
Even with the perfect mechanics. Blanco's 0 for 2 with a pop up to third and a strikeout. 1 of 2 strikeouts for CJ, 1 walk. 5 hits allowed. As that one's a strike on the inside corner. Roller foul. CJ had 68 pitches, 46 have been strikes. Sanchez, the catcher, standing at second base. Arias is over at first. Two and two. Almost got him to chase it.
Pretty good spot. Reynolds swinging on a fastball inside. Back in the third inning.
Reaching for this one, grounded over to second, bobbled by Kendrick. Ibar's got it. They force him out. They throw to third. And they're saying Ibar was off the bag at second. Gary Darling making the call. And Mike Scioscia's going to come out and argue. Boy, that ball was hit sharp enough to where you thought, even with the speed of Blanco, you were going to turn a double play. The question is, did Ibar have control of the baseball with his foot on the bag? So the bases are loaded for the Giants with nobody out. Here's a replay of it.
It looked like that. I mean, anytime you drag your foot to be able to re-tag the base, most umpires are not going to give you that call. Again, sometimes you try to get 2 outs, you got to get the 1 out, especially with a lead like this. You don't want to give extra base runners.
Now Kendrick gets charged with an error. Fielder's choice and an error on Kendrick. His 6th of the year. 2nd error committed by the Angels tonight. One ball, one strike on Ryan Theriot. 0 for 2. Ground ball to short and a fly ball to center field. That's the one that Borges tracked down in right center field back in the 3rd inning. Theriot lofts one out toward right. Torrey back a couple of steps. Should be deep enough to score Sanchez. Torrey's trying to go to third base. The throw goes to second. Sanchez took a curious route from third to home. They've had to check MapQuest on the way there, but he eventually scores, so it's 9-2.
Torrey got himself back in the good throwing position. He's just going to throw that baseball in second base. When you're up 9-1, there's no doubt you're going to throw to a base to be able to prevent a big inning going against you, keep it at second or third to be able to keep the double play in order. Sanchez stops and still able to cruise in there on the sac fly.
Theriot picks up his 15th run batted in, his 3rd RBI of the series. 1 out, runners at first and third. Melky Cabrera at the plate. Breaking pitches down low.
This is where CJ talks a lot about limited damage. Base runners on and get a fly ball out. You still can get through this with this limited damage against you with a ground ball and an infielder. Cabrera hobbled a little bit last at bat when he hit the double and turned around first base. So if you get a ground ball at an infielder, you might have a chance to get a double play.
Swinging through that high fastball. Cabrera is certainly down with the inside pitch very easily tonight. A single and a double. They're stranded at third base in the 4th inning. Two balls and one strike. Back-to-back singles by Sanchez and Arias. The fielder's choice and error by Howie Kendrick. A sac fly by Theriot. Buster Posey on deck. 3-1 pitch. Cabrera chops one over the mound. Ibar will feed Kendrick. That's the only play they have as Arias scores. RBI for Cabrera as he reaches on the fielder's choice. There are 2 outs. I think Melky may have helped C.J. Wilson there a little bit.
It looked like he might have swung at a 3-1 pitch out of the strike zone.
Posey's 0 for 2. The fly ball to right and a ground ball to third. 9-3 Angels here in the top of the 5th inning. Ground ball to second. Now he has it, takes it himself. They'll force out Cabrera. The inning comes to an end. The Giants get a couple of runs as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Halos lead at 9-3. Back down on the mound. He took over from Barry Zito with 1 out of the 4th inning. And here in the 5th, it'll be the bottom third of the order for the Halos. Ibar, Borges, and Hester. Just 2 hits at the top of the inning. The San Francisco Giants getting 2 runs. Eric Ibar's 1 for 1. He had a walk in the 1st inning, singled in the 3rd. Big swing and a miss. Drops the bat. Looking at his right hand after he swung that bat. This one's fouled off the left. An 0-2 count.
I looked at his hand again after he fouled that baseball. He looks right at his right hand right away. Back-to-back swings doing that.
Breaking pitch got him looking, and he knew it. One out. That'll bring up Borges, who early in the game made a spectacular catch. That was at that ball that Ryan Theriot hit.
Yeah, he had a sac fly into first, but then showing why he's such a great outfielder. At closing speed, Theriot thought he had at least a double, if not a triple. Borges cuts it off in front of the wall, and CJ looking out and said, that's why if I keep it in the yard with that outfield, I got a great chance of being caught.
I think CJ was thinking, you're my boy, Blue. First one to Peters, a breaking ball in for a strike.
I know he was happy he was caught.
That would have been awesome had he yelled that.
He might have said it when he got in the dugout.
Peters 0 for 1, did have a sacrifice fly in the first. So he threw the breaking pitch there, and it's 0-2. Conto's a slide piece machine.
Nearly 50% of his pitches thrown are sliders.
He put good numbers up in the minor leagues. AAA Fresno, 2-0 with a 1.71 ERA in 31 2/3 innings.
Looks like another slider coming now.
They got him with the slider. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Contos. Hey, the Angels will host the Dodgers for a 3-game set beginning on Friday at 7:05. Make your plans to be at the Big A. Purchase your tickets today at Angels Stadium Ticket Office or at angels.com. So John Hester will step up now with 2 outs and nobody on. Hester with a single and a fielder's choice, 1 for 2. Also scored a run in the 4th inning. Ball and a strike. Pretty impressive. All they had to give up was Chris Stewart, backup catcher.
And he's got a great slider.
Pretty good arm. One and two.
Not only gets swings and misses, but he can throw for a strike.
Got him swinging, and Contos has just struck out the side. We're through 5, still 9-3 Halos.
Summary. Trout got it rolling. Lead off double. One of his 3 hits in the game. And Albert Pujols with 2 on hits a 3-run home run to left center field. His 11th home run of the season. And Mark Trumbo, a 3-run triple, giving him now 45 RBI on the season as the Angels lead this one 9-3 in the top of the 6th inning. With that top 4 in the order, this has been outstanding in this game for the Angels. Hits, runs scored, and RBI.
Angel Pagan set to lead things off here in the 6th inning. Pagan, Sandoval, and Belt against C.J. Wilson. Pagan's 0 for 2. Reached on the air by Cayaspo and scored in the 2nd. Popped out in the 4th. One ball, one strike. 5 hits for San Francisco, 2 of which came in the 5th inning. Solo knocks in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th. So for the most part, CJ has limited the damage against the Giants. Now when it misses in, 2-1. Jared Weaver set to come off the disabled list tomorrow. Face the Giants as this one's lined to center field. Borges will play it on a hop. Another leadoff single. That's 3 straight innings in which the Giants have picked up a leadoff hit. Pagan, you have to pay attention to with his speed.
When they continue to make contact in this game, that's 6 hits, 5 singles, and 1 double. Yesterday had 13 hits.
Pablo Sandoval takes the breaking pitch down and in. Sandoval 1 for 1. Drew a walk in his last plate appearance. 2-0. CJ with little experience against San Francisco Giants. Pitched against them in the 2010 World Series. 1 start, 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Struck out 4. Took the loss. Sandoval bounces one up the middle, kicked by C.J. Wilson. What would have been a routine double play instead goes as an infield base hit. That ball was going to the right of second base. Howie Kendrick was playing him that way. Instead of 2 outs, nobody on, you've got 2 on with nobody out.
Well, I've said that often for pitchers. You look back at your middle infielders and you determine where they're going to be at. Now, if there's a ground ball in that part of the over the mound, you let it go because your second baseman is in that position. That's why you look around as a pitcher where your infielders at, know who you're going to throw the ball to if it's hit back at you. Always avoid trying to make a play there when you have a guy right behind you like that. Much easier to turn a double play there for an infielder.
Swing and a miss by Brandon Belt. It's 0-1. Belt 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center and a strikeout. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Belt keeps guessing on CJ and guessing incorrectly.
Well, you got to try that pitch again a little bit further away.
Pagan standing at second, Sandoval over at first. Catcher Hector Sanchez on deck. He did go out there. Say go back out there with a fastball this time.
Yeah, if you can paint the outside corner, he's a pretty good chance he's going to take it. As long as you keep it down, fastball up, he can make contact and hit it to left. But if you keep that ball down as far as a fastball, it's going to be a perfect spot.
Hester setting up outside. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking pitch, got him. Down goes Belt. One away. Third strikeout of the game for CJ. Hey, the Chevy Cruze Eco offers the best highway fuel economy of any gas engine in America. With an EPA estimated 42 miles per gallon highway, you can continue your journey with fewer stops and fewer dollars. The Chevy Cruze, live life uninterrupted. First one's up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Sanchez with a double play ball and a single, 1 for 2. It lead off knock in the 5th inning, eventually came around to score. Jared will be facing, by the way, as we pointed out, he's going to get the start tomorrow night. Ryan Vogelsong will be going for San Francisco.
And we talked about CJ having that ability to prevent a big inning, and a double play has been the big reason why he has avoided those. 46 double plays since the start of last year. Yeah, Jared's going to be around, they say around 85 to 95 pitch limit tomorrow. One thing about Jared, though, he can be persuasive as far as staying in a ball game. If he's throwing well and he's feeling healthy.
2-1. Fouled back. Sanchez, just 22 years of age, native of Venezuela. Signed at the age of 17. Has some pop in his bat. He's got Pagan standing at second base, Sandoval at first. Chopper over to Callasco. He feeds Kendrick for 1. Relay on the first. Low throw dug out by Pujols. Inning-ending double play. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Angels lead at 9-3. Three Angels on top of the order coming up at Trout, Hunter, and Pujols. Mike Trout with a 3-hit performance so far. About the first 4 in the order, 8 for 11.
That's pretty good production, don't you think? 8 runs scored, 7 RBI, a home run, triple, a couple doubles. Similar to what we saw in Colorado at the top of the order.
I'll be facing George Contos. He has struck out 4 guys that or the last 4 guys, I should say.
Boy, with nasty sliders. Almost 90% of his pitches so far have been sliders, and it's been very effective. He can throw for a strike, and then when he gets ahead of the count, he expands the strike zone with that pitch. Mike Trout going to get a chance to check out this slider now. Leading off here at the bottom of the 6th inning.
2 doubles, a single, 3 runs scored for Trout. A fastball missing down and away. 1-0 pitch. This one's fouled back. A couple of fastballs from Contos.
And like we saw in that Diamondback series, a lot of fastballs. When do throw a fastball, try to go outside with it.
That is line to center field on a breaking pitch. Second 4-hit game of the season for Mike Trout. Leadoff man is on.
That'll make you smile as a parent. Watch your son. A 4-hit game, second career 4-hit game. First one back June 4th versus Seattle. This time he gets the slider. Contos hung that slider over the middle of the plate, and Trout made him pay for it.
And Torrey now at the plate, 1 for 3 with a single, a fly to right, and a strikeout. Trout with 19 stolen bases, had 3 last night. Torrey takes a fastball away. Hit by Trout, the 11th for the Angels tonight. (1-0) outside, 2 balls and no strikes. First time they've reached the double-digit territory. Hit since Monday's game against the Dodgers. The Angels had that string. What, 7, 8 consecutive multi-hit games? The double-digit hit games, I should say. Ground ball to short. High Arias feeds Terrio. Relay on the first, double play, 2 down. So the bases are clear with 2 outs and Albert Pujols coming up.
Well, we're just watching the pregame show. Kevin Kennedy was talking about Mike Trout potentially being an all-star. There's got to be no doubt about it. I think what he's done so far this season, 4-hit game tonight, in 337. 39 runs scored, 19 stolen bases.
Albert 2 for 2, a 3-run home run, an RBI single and a walk, 2 runs scored. It's a breaking pitch for a strike. Home run back in the first inning is 11th of the season. Second 4 RBI game of the year. Giants playing 3 infielders on the left side. This one's fouled back. One and two. Giants in the 7th inning will have 9-1-2 due up. Arias, Blanco, and Terrio against CJ. Albert showing no signs of the left hand bothering him at all after getting hit by a pitch last night there. 2-2. Ground ball. This one over to short. Arias has it. The inning comes to an end. Leadoff single, double play ball, and a ground out. 6 in the books. 9-3 Halo.
El Pollo Loco, crazy you can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Top of the 7th inning, the Angels with a 9-3 lead. Halos with 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and 4 more in the fourth. C.J. Wilson back out of the bump. 96 pitches thrown by the left-hander, looking for his 8th win of the season. He'll face 9, 1 and 2 here in the 7th.
.96 pitches thrown for CJ. Mike Scioscia would like to see him get one good solid inning more. He'll probably get down to the bullpen after that point.
Arias looks at a strike. He's 1 for 2, getting to start at shortstop tonight. No balls and 2 strikes. Barry Zito got the start for the Giants, went 3 1/3. Gave up 8 runs, all earned on 9 hits, including a home run, 3 walks, and a strikeout. That pitch bounced about 1.5 feet out in front of the plate. 1 and 2 now. Boy, a little jam shot there. Good pitch in on the hands. Arias fights it off foul. The count remains at a ball and 2 strikes.
It's that good cut fastball that CJ has. Can run it on the hands of right-handed batters. Then you can come right back and win a 4-seam fastball or sink a fastball away.
Little looper, and that one's going to stay fair. Another leadoff single for San Francisco. This will take us back to the top of the order now. Gregor Blanco coming up. Take a look at our Kia standings in the American League West. Texas leading San Diego right now, 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Halos needing a victory if Texas were to hold on to maintain the deficit at 5 games.
Boy, Seattle's having a pitcher's duel with Arizona in the desert. 9-8 in the 6th inning.
Oh, 1 count on Blanco. 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Both teams getting some action going in their bullpens. We'll take a look at that in a second as the breaking pitch missed in. 1-1. GoPro bullpen camera. Troy Hawkins is up and loose. And we are working on the GoPro Gooby Cam. It's in the works.
Looking forward to it.
We're looking for funding, but it's in the works. Blanco fouls it off. 1-2. Be awesome. Clay Hensley listening for San Francisco. Looks like he'll be coming on at the bottom of the 7th. The Angels will have Trumbo, Kendrick, and Callaspo duo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 105 pitches now thrown by CJ.
Once again, this Giant team make contact, make you throw a lot of pitches. There's 3 strikeouts in the game for CJ.
That's a foul ball. Up and in at the knob of the bat.
Well, that'll get your attention. Well, Hester was setting up outside for a fastball, up and in.
Arias leading off over at first base. 2-2 on its way. Broken bat, bouncer over to first. Pujols will go over to short. They get the lead runner in Arias for round number 1. So Blanco trades places with Arias. takes over at first base with 1 out. And Terrio coming up.
Number 5, second baseman Brian Terrio.
Well, jammed them. Broke his bat, but nice play by Pujols. Getting the lead runner. He still set up the double play ball.
Terrio tonight is 0 for 2, including a sac fly.
CJ's got a couple double plays already in the game.
Terrio lines one to right, a base hit. Torrey gets the baseball back in. Blanco stops at second. 2 on, 1 out. Melky Cabrera coming up now. He's 2 for 3. A single and a double in the 4th inning. 100 hits in his first 291 plate appearances.
Quicker than the Say Hey Kid. Pretty impressive company.
Cabrera reached on a fielder's choice, picked up an RBI in the 5th inning, his 35th run batted in. 1 ball, no strikes. Buster Posey's on deck. You figure.
Yeah, this could be his last batter.
Yep. I'm thinking as well. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Hawkins is ready to go in the pen. CJ's had base runners throughout this game. The only easy inning was the 3rd, which he retired the side in order, but he certainly has worked out some damage, or possible damage, limiting it. Good speed at Blanco standing at second. Good speed at Terrio at first base. Now the 2-0 pitch. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Similar to the last plate appearance in which CJ fell behind 3-0, went to 3-1, and Cabrera helped him out. Chasing the pitch that was up and away, resulting in that fielder's choice. If he'll do it again. 3-1 pitch, pulled through the left side, and that's a base hit. Being stopped at third is Gregor Blanco. So the bases are loaded for Buster Posey. It looks like Mike Scioscia might be coming out to get C.J. Wilson. C.J.'s trying to talk Scioscia into staying in the dugout. Not going to work. Move has been made. LaTroy Hawkins is coming on in relief. Bases are loaded with 1 out here in the 7th. And the Angels leading this one by the score of 9-3. Angels on top. Troy Hawkins on in relief of C.J. Wilson, who's hanging out in the dugout. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 10 hits allowed. He's responsible for all 3 guys that are on the bases. Buster Posey to face Troy Hawkins.
And you like that out of your starting pitchers. You want to stay in the ballgame, but 113 pitches, you allow 3 hits here in the 7th. There's no doubt Mike Scioscia was going to go the percentage right-hander against a right-handed batter here in Posey, who's got a lot of power himself.
Blanco standing at third, Terrio at second, and Cabrera at first base. Good speed on the bases. Buster Posey tonight is 0 for 3. Hawkins pitching in his 2nd straight game. The first one is outside. Troy last night, an inning and 2/3, gave him 3 hits, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks. Lifted foul and out of play. Ball and a strike on Buster Posey. Hawkins faced him last night. Got him rolled into a double play that ended the 6th inning last night.
He has hit into 8 of them this year.
Two balls and a strike. Outfield straight around for the Angels. Posey lines on a left, a base hit. Blanco will score. Stopping at third base is Terrio. It's 9-4.
Number 60, center fielder Angel Pagan.
Well, his team continues to swing the bat now. 11 hits in this game for the Giants. Off a 13-hit performance last night. Not known to be a team that in the last few seasons they've been consistent with the bat. It's been all about pitching for them.
Angel Pagan, the batter, the center fielder, 1 for 3 tonight. Singled in the 6th inning. In the dirt, blocked by Hester. 1 ball, no strikes. Both teams with now 11 hits in this game. Bases still loaded, 1 away. Pagan pulls one past it. No, a diving stop. Ball was behind him. It saves multiple runs. They do get one in. It's 9-5, 2 outs.
Well, that's a great play. We're talking about a potential game-saving play. You know, pretty good sized lead, but if that baseball gets by him, it's a couple more runs that are going to score. Albert's made some great plays overall in this homestand. Game against the Diamondbacks on Sunday, a couple great plays in that one. Just full extension dives, presence of mind to get up and get to that base, to step on the bag and get the out.
Right, playing off the line, taking a nice angle to the baseball. The 2 outs, runners at second and third. Here's Pablo Sandoval. 1 ball, no strikes. The guy gets credit for the RBI, his 25th. That run also charged to C.J. Wilson. He's been charged with all 5 so far, and he's responsible for Cabrera at third. Posey belongs to Hawkins at second base. So the line may not look pretty overall for C.J. Wilson. He didn't pitch as poorly as the line would indicate, although he struggled here in the 7th.
A lot of ground ball base hits. Like I said, they put the ball in play. They don't strike out a lot. Only 3 strikeouts for CJ tonight. Scott Downs getting loose for the first time. We've seen him on the mound for a while here.
Two balls and a strike. That would bounce into the Giants dugout. She's got her panda hat on. At least that's what I'm going with. 2-1 pitch. 3 balls and a strike. Clay Hensley, who was up and loosening for San Francisco, is no longer throwing. Maybe he's ready to go. No need of throwing any extra pitches. This one ripped, and Poole snags this one. The inning comes to an end. The Giants scored twice. They do it on 4 hits. It is 7th inning stretch time here at the Big 8. 9-5. Angels still on top.
That's a great defense. Albert saving it.
Fantastic defensive plays to end the top of the 7th inning. Angels on top 9-5 here at the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher on for the San Francisco Giants. It's the former Padre, Clay Hensley, on in relief of George Contos.
And Hensley fastball, 84 to 88 range, slider, curveball, change. I like what Albert was doing because he's faced him before. He was telling Trumbo, some of the other guys going to be coming up, what to expect from Hensley. That experience. Saw him make some great plays in the field again tonight. Obviously the 3-run home run in the first inning, another RBI base hit in the second inning. Those little things, those little tidbits you can give a hitter just to look for something against a pitcher they have not seen before. Could be helpful.
Mark Trumbo to lead things off here. He's 2 for 3 with a single. A bases clearing triple. He has scored 2 runs. Hensley with a 1-3 mark, a 2.84 earned run average, has a save. First one is a breaking ball for a strike. Hensley's allowed a run in his last 4 appearances. Also a walk, just a walk in his last 5 outings. Lefties have really struggled against him, just hitting 147. The 1 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air to left. Rocky Cabrera coming in a couple of steps. 1 away.
Well, he's one of those pitchers that you think the way he throws the baseball real quick through his delivery, he's going to throw real hard. He has a lot of good off-speed pitches. Even his fastball is not overpowering. But his delivery, that deceptive delivery, he's been successful throughout his career as far as spotting the fastball, but getting hitters out with his off-speed pitches.
Hensley, a Texas native. As this one is lifted out toward right center field. Angel Pagan makes the catch, and Howie Kendrick retired on 1 pitch. 2 outs. Hey, subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Angels out-of-market game live online in HD quality. Visit angels.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Hensley originally in the San Francisco organization, 8th round pick in 2002, and then he got traded to the San Diego Padres in 2003. So pitches in for a strike. He's part of the Matt Hergis deal. Signed with Houston, pitched in their minor league system for a little bit in 09. As Cayasso bounces one back over the mound. Tough play for Arias. Good speed, good arm. The Angels go down very quickly in order in the 7th. 7 of the books, 9-5 Angels. Of 9-5 Saturday on Baseball Night in America, the Dodgers will be taking on the Angels right here at the Big A. Baseball Night in America presented by Budweiser, Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox. New pitcher on for the Halos here in the top of the 8th inning. Scott Downs seeing action for the first time since the Rockies series.
Yeah, June 10th. Last time Scott Downs. His pitch now will be in his 25th game. He's pitched 21 and a third inning, 21 and 2/3 inning, I should say. Just 1 earned run allowed, 14 strikeouts. It's not pitched since this line drive by Carlos Gonzalez right back up the middle, June 10th. A rocket right back up the middle, ended up hitting his side. See him grabbing his left side. That was an issue for him. Says he feels great. Talked to him a little bit today. So he feels great, ready to go.
He'll face Belt, Sanchez, and Arias here in the 8th inning. The first one is in for a strike. Downs pitching in his 25th game, 21 and 2/3 innings, 16 hits, 14 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Oh-2 count. Bell tonight's 0 for 3. Fly ball to center and a couple of strikeouts. C.J. Wilson, by the way, finishes the night going 6 1/3, 10 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 runs, all earned. in line, though, for his 8th win. Breaking pitch down low. Check that. I wrote the wrong number down. 5 runs, 3 earned for C.J. Wilson. 6 1/3. Angels with a couple of errors tonight. Here's the 1-2. Bell grounds one toward the middle. Howie Kendrick with a dive, knocks it down, no play. Leadoff single for San Francisco.
Seems like you said that every inning.
5th consecutive inning in which they've had their leadoff man on. And 6th overall.
Again, we've said it a number of times in these first 2 games, very difficult to strike out. They put the ball in play.
Hector Sanchez, the catcher, is at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Single with a run scored to the 5th. And he's hit into a couple of double plays. Lifts this one foul and out of play. Swing and a miss. Good location on that pitch.
Yeah, Scott can really sink that 2-seam fastball. Very effective throwing the fastball inside and then goes back out with his fastball. Not overpowering, 88, 89, sometimes 90, but he spots it so well.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Sanchez. 1 out.
Another great spot with this 88-mile-an-hour 2-seam fastball. Hester gives him that target down. He hits the spot. And Sanchez a swing and miss at that pitch.
Here's Joaquin Arias, the shortstop, with 1 out, 1 on. Arias 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Missing outside, 1 ball, no strikes. But Troy Hawkins, by the way, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit. The rest zeros, helped out by 2 very good plays by Albert Pujols in the 7th inning. One ball, 1 strike. Scotty looking like Scott Downs. We've certainly come to know over the last year and a half.
Around the strike zone, pitches to contact, keeps the ball down.
2nd year of a 2-year deal for Scott. 1-1 pitch. Arias fouls it off to the right. 1-2. That game down in San Diego now in the top of the 8th inning. Texas leading the Padres 7-2. Arizona, the Mariners tied up at 9 at Chase Field in Arizona. Top of the 8th. Oakland leading the Dodgers 3-0 up at the Coliseum. That game at the bottom of the 8th. Those 3 plus this one. The ongoing action in Major League Baseball. Just realized Miami's playing at Fenway Park. Wasn't it a couple of years ago with Jack McKeon? They had a beanball incidents or some. I know there was a lot of stuff going on between the Marlins, I think, and the Red Sox, if I remember correctly. This one looped down the left field line. That's going to go for extra bases. Trying over to cut it off. Does so. Belton will be stopped at third. It's a double for Joaquin Arias. 5th hit of the series.
Well, Arias just continues to make good contact himself. This was a pretty decent pitch. It was down. Just went down and got it. It's in left field.
Mike Butcher's going to go on, pay visit. Ernesto Frieri just now up and playing catch. Giants fans coming to life once again. Good concentration of them down the right field line in the right field corner. Gregor Blanco at the plate. Second and third, one out. Blanco with good speed is 0 for 4 today. Reached on the fielder's choice and scored in the 7th. Swing and a miss. "13 hits for San Francisco, 11 for the Angels." Swing and a miss, tied him up. 0-2 count.
That's one thing Downs can do. He can pitch inside against left-handed batters. Generally, left-handed batters look away against a left-handed pitcher. But he spots that fastball in, backs it up with another fastball in.
Tried to come back inside. It's 1-2.
Staying inside with another fastball. That one at 90. You would think now you have the outer part of the plate opened up for a breaking pitch.
This one's pulled foul.
Went right back inside again with another fastball. And that time Blanco was ready for that and turned on it.
One out here at the top of the 8th inning. Runners at second and third for San Francisco. Brandon Bellman, leadoff single, standing at third base. Arias with the doubles at second. Looks like they're coming back inside. That is down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Theriot, second baseman, is on deck. 17 pitches thrown by Scott Downs. 13 have been strikes.
Still looking for that slider away. A lot of fastballs, inner half.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Blanco, 2 down.
Boy, he stayed back in another 2-seam fastball. Twice Blanco is struck out with fastballs inside.
Well, Mike Scioscia's going to go to the bullpen, it looks like. Scott Downs is done. A couple of strikeouts, a couple of hits allowed, and Ernesto Friere is going to be called upon here to get the last 4 outs of this game. We've got ourselves a pitching change. The Halos up by the score of 9-5. With Mike Butcher with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Departure was met at second and third base. Mike Scioscia turning the ball over to Ernesto Friere here to try to get Ryan Theriot to finish off this 8th inning.
Ernesto has been absolutely amazing. A member of the Angels, 19 1/3, 35 strikeouts. That fastball, 93, 95. A slider, but he goes with about 85 to 95% of his pitches are fastballs.
Ernesto pitched in Sunday's game, picked up his 7th save. He's got Belt standing at third, Arias at second. Both runners the property of Scott Downs. Theriot tonight is 1 for 3. Had a sacrifice fly in the 5th, singled and scored in the 7th. First one line to right field, playable for Torrey Hunter. 1 pitch, the final out of the 8th is recorded. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Angels maintain their 9-5 lead. Bottom of the 8th inning, 9-5. Angels lead this one as we take a look at our Chevron starting pitchers for tomorrow night's game. It's a 7:05 start. Jared Weaver coming off the disabled list to face Ryan Vogelsong.
Vogelsong's been outstanding his last 2 seasons. 6-2 with a great ERA, 2.29. Last year was an All-Star in 2011 against Jared Weaver. 6-1 with a 2.61 ERA. Look for Weaver to stay around that 85 to 95 pitch limit. Well, he's been really good at home, too.
Now the Angels offense has kind of gone into shutdown mode after scoring their 9th run on the sac fly by Howie Kendrick. The only guy to reach since the triple by Trumbull with 1 out of the 4th inning was Mike Trout with a single leading off the 6th. That is it. And he was erased on a double play ball that Torrey hit into. Ibar, Borges, and Hester. That pitch misses outside. Hensley had a 1-2-3 7th inning, a couple of fly ball outs and a ground out. Off speed pitch there, had him out in front, 1-2. Eric tonight has walked, singled, and struck out. 1 for 2. Halos looking for their 37th win of the season. Match their high water mark at 5 games over 500. And trying to keep pace with Texas as Eric waves at the off-speed pitch. 1 out.
And that's that same breaking pitch down and in that Eric has had a tough time with this season as far as swinging over top of it. And he's batting from the left side.
Peter Borges for the sacrifice fly. A fly ball to left and a strikeout. Borges bunts up the first base line. Nobody's covering. That's an infield base hit. Boy, what a perfect bunt. Not much Hensley could do with that one, especially after Belt came charging in from first.
Yeah, once the first baseman is coming in, there's no chance whatsoever.
That's almost one of those with the speed of Borges as a first baseman. You got to tell your pitcher, you've got the first base line. I'm staying at home because there's no way a second baseman is going to get over there to cover.
Again, it's all about that communication with the pitcher and in the infielders, and including that first baseman. You will see it tomorrow night. Jared Weaver communicates with Pujols very well as far as saying he has that part of the field in case there's a bunt or when there's a left-handed batter up.
1 ball, no strikes on Hester. He's had a 1 for 3 night single with a run scored in the 4th.
Well, certainly you would think that Borges is going to take a shot at stealing the base here.
One and one. San Francisco in the 9th will have 3, 4, and 5 due up. Cabrera, Posey, and Pagan. Face Ernesto Frieri. When did that rule come into effect if the ball hits the dirt? They automatically throw it out. It's been several years now, but
before at least the umpire would look at it, rub it down, make sure there's no scuffle on the baseball, then put it back in play.
So this ball will be thrown out here. Yet, if Hester grounds into a fielder's choice, the ball hits the infield dirt, the baseball stays in play.
All right, put it back in, though, this time around. He saw there wasn't a scuff mark from hitting the dirt.
But then why swap it out? come on, man.
Inquiring minds want to know.
You're like the shell answer man. Borges takes off. The throw down from his knees is not in time. And Peter picks up a stolen base, and he hangs on at the bag. That is just the second stolen base of the year for Peter Borges.
And it's not necessarily always how fast you are, it's how you read pitchers. And that's one thing that Borges is still trying to learn. It's in there successfully, and Terrio tried to fake him out on that one to pretend that ball got into the outfield.
Mike Trout's on deck. This one's pulled foul. Full count now. Payoff pitch. Hester hits one out toward left. Playable for Cabrera. Borges will stay at second. 2 down. So Mike Trout will step to the plate. And with this plate appearance, Mike Trout now officially will qualify among the league leaders. 3.1 plate appearances per games played. This will be his 5th of the game.
And with those 3 runs he scored tonight, too, giving him 39 runs scored.
He's 4 for 4 today. 2 doubles, 2 singles. Swinging at the breaking pitch.
Batting .337. Got 13 doubles.
Yep. He'll second in the American League in batting average when we wake up tomorrow morning, unless Josh Hamilton went bonkers down in San Diego. He's just out of the top 10 in runs scored. Josh Hamilton did not play tonight, so Mike Trout will be second. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Paul Konerko leading the American League at .359 at the start of the day. The 1-2 pitch. Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Borges standing at second base with 2 outs. A single. Beautiful bunt base hit up the first base line and a stolen base.
Well, the outfield playing extremely shallow here against Trout. That's a pretty good pop. I believe Hensley's going to throw something off speed if he hangs over the plate. Trout may be able to run for a while.
Full count. I misspoke. Josh Hamilton did play tonight, 2 for 5. His average currently at .332. Full count on Trout. Torrey Hunter's on deck. Here's the payoff pitch, and he walked him. So 5 times he has been on base. Torrey tonight with a single, a fly to right, a strikeout, and a double play ball. 1 for 4.
On base percentage too for Mike Trout. Takes a lot of pitches, works the counts well.
Breaking pitch upstairs. Hensley better be careful if he hangs one of those. Ball on those strikes on Torrey.
Remember that one foul ball that Torrey almost hit out on a pitch that was up.
It's kind of a weird reaction by Sanchez to catch it. Almost like he was anticipating a breaking pitch. That fastball ran back in on Torrey. 2 balls and no strikes. Torrey hits one into left field. There's a base hit. Borge is going to be waved around. Melky Cabrera comes up and firing. Play at the plate. The single by Torrey Hunter. It is 10-5 Angels.
Torrey's second hit of the game joins in on the RBI group in that top of the order for the Angels. Again, another pitch that was elevated. This time he did not miss it. Well, Sanchez tried to be able to block the plate with his leg and then reach back and try to apply the tag, but Borge is so quick. Cuts that angle down. Dino Evil, with knowing that speed that Borges has, even though Cabrera has a great arm, sends him home and slides in with the 10th run of the game, giving Torrey Hunter his 26th RBI.
Little Bismarcky being played here at the Big A. I like it. Dave Righetti out to the mound, pay a quick visit to Hensley. Still 2 outs, runners at second and third. Melky Cabrera gets charged with his 3rd error, allowing Torrey to advance into scoring position. And Albert Pujols will step to the plate. A 4 RBI game for Albert. 3-run home run in the first inning, an RBI single in the second. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Boy, for all the struggles the Angels have had with men in scoring position over the week, they've been very good tonight. 5 for 9. Breaking ball downstairs. Trout has been on base all 5 times. He stands at third. Torrey Hunter is at second base. Two-oh pitch. Boy, that bounced out in front of the plate. Sanchez, all he had to do is just try to put that body somewhere in front of that baseball. He does so, and he keeps Trout at bay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, when Dave Righetti went out to Hensley, he said, hey, let's go after him, but don't give him anything to hit. Well, then you force the catcher to have to block a pitch that was way in front of the plate.
Never understood that, especially with a man at third base. Don't give him anything to hit, then just intentionally walk him. Take it out of the pitcher's hand.
Exactly. I was never a fan of that because right away it's a negative thought in your mind anyhow.
I mean, you almost just gave up another run. Now you intentionally walk him. And a base is loaded for Trumbo. Three RBI game for Trumbo. He is 2 for 5. Pardon me, 2 for 4. This is his 5th plate appearance. First one is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Trumbo with a single back in the first. And that base is clearing triple to straightaway center field in the 4th inning.
Well, he just missed a grand slam error off the wall in center field.
Child at third, Hunter at second, Pujols at first. 10-5, Angels lead it here in the 8th. Breaking pitch, fouled back. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one shot to right field, a base hit. Trout will score. Hunter's going to be waved in. He will score. It is a 12-5 game and a 5 RBI game for Trumbo.
Boy, Trumbo with 5 RBI, Pujols with 4. A 14-hit attack tonight for the Angels.
That's going to be it for Clay Hensley. Javi Lopez, a left-hander, had been loosening. We've got ourselves a pitching change here in the 8th, 12-5 Angels. Lead it here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Happy birthday, my man. He's got to be happy with the 9 runs batted in between Pujols and Trumbo tonight.
Lots of offense for his birthday.
Yeah, Javi Lopez comes on here trying to get that last out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He'll face Howie Kendrick with runners at first and second base.
Well, what a job by this offense. We talked a lot about the top 4 hitters for the Angels tonight. Just a ton of production. With 4 runs scored for Trout, 5 RBI for Trumbo, 4 RBI for Pujols, couple hits and an RBI for Torrey Hunter.
Howie takes that one outside. Oh for 2 with a walk and sacrifice fly. Howie's the 8th man to bat here in the 8th. Angels have David Carpenter up and loosening down the bullpen. It's 3-0. Callaspo on deck. It's Andrew Romine pinch running for Albert Pujols at second. And the bases are loaded for Alberto. Callaspo tonight is 0 for 3. Did have a sacrifice bunt in the first. Romine, Trumbo, and Kendrick around the bases from third to first. First one's in there for strike. Lopez pitching in his 30th game. Came in with a 3-0 record, a 3.14 earned run average. First action in the series. Bouncer to the right side. Terrio has it. The inning comes to an end. The Angels score 3 more. Here in the 8th, we head to the 9th. It is 12-5 Angels. Lead the Giants in this second game of the 3-game set. Andrew Romine stays in the game. He is playing second. Howie Kendrick shifts over to first. And David Carpenter is the new pitcher on for the Halos.
Seen Howie play some first base over the years for the Angels. Good chance being tested here with some ground balls. Carpenter, when he stays down with that fastball, should get some ground balls in the infield.
Here in the 9th, it'll be Cabrera, Posey, and Pagan for the Giants. At least those are the scheduled 3 guys, unless first Bochy decides to change it up. Ernesto Frieri threw 1 pitch tonight. and got it out. So 1/3 of an inning and all zeros for Ernesto. First one's a strike on Melky Cabrera. He's had a 3-hit game. His second consecutive 3-hit game. 2 singles and a double tonight. And in case you were wondering, Ernesto Frieri came on with 2 outs in the 8th inning, 2 men on base, in a 4-run game. And had he stuck around, even regardless of what the score is now, come in the 9th inning and picked up the 3 outs. It was a safe situation for him. But you know what? 1 pitch, just call it a day.
And you also got to think in terms of, generally, Mike Scioscia never thinks about tomorrow. He's worried about winning this game. But when you have Jared Weaver on the hill tomorrow, you're trying to limit the amount of pitches thrown from Weave during that game, 85, 95 range, that you will have that flexibility, both having Scott Downs and Ernesto Frieri available for that game tomorrow night if they had the lead.
Boy, terrific off-speed pitch as this one's popped up, and Cayasso makes the basket catch for out number 1. Really nice pitch by David Carpenter there, 1 out. Nate Shearholz will come up to pinch hit for Buster Posey. Posey ends the game 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Shearholz hitting .263 with 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. 3 for 18 as a pinch hitter. As that sinking fastball misses down and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes. This one looped on the third base side. Off the dugout she goes. 1 ball, 1 strike on Shearholz. Upstairs. 2-1. David getting a chance to come into a game, get some work in. Work on his pitches, mechanics. Falls behind here, 3 balls and a strike.
And that's been the thing, getting some pitches up, and you're throwing from that arm angle. You want to stay down in the strike zone, because if you elevate it, flattens out that fastball, becomes a more hittable pitch. He wants to work on getting that fastball down and getting ground ball outs.
Full count. Angel Pagan on deck. 27 hits combined tonight between these 2 teams. 13 for San Francisco, 14 for the Halos. A lot of crooked numbers. Swing and a miss. Down goes Shearholz. 2 down.
Hesser spot in his glove. Outside corner, that fastball had some running action off the plate. Gets a swing and miss. His 19th strikeout in 21 in a 3rd innings pitched.
So the Halos are now away from picking up their 37th win of the year. And they would remain 5 games back of the Texas Rangers, who won tonight against the Padres 7-3. First one's a strike. Pagan today, 1 for 4. Single back in the 6th inning. RBI ground out. That was that incredible diving play by Albert Pujols that, to me, That one plus the line drive that Sandoval hit. Game-changing defensive plays. Pagan loops this one in the air. Out to shallow left field. Ibar is there. Gives way to Mike Trout. Makes the catch. Light that baby up as the Angels win this one by the final of 12-5.
Yeah, not a bad idea for Herc Ibar to move out of the way and let Mike Trout make that play. What a game he had. 4 hits, 4 runs scored, a walk. That whole top of the order, 1 through 4. Putting up some outstanding offensive numbers. C.J. Wilson did a solid job in his 6 1/3. Mark Trumbo, what a game he had. 5 RBI. Pujols, 4 RBI. On the top of the order, doing it all. Carpenter, nice job. 1, 2, 3 inning for him. Frieri got that 1 out. Key out. The San Francisco club doesn't go away. They put the ball in play. 13 hits himself, but the Angels able to score 12 runs. Much better approach with runners in scoring position tonight from Mike Scioscia. Simplify that approach and get some big hits for him.
Yeah, the Angels offense certainly got the job done in those crucial situations, which had been kind of an issue over the last week or thereabouts. C.J. Wilson gives up 5 runs, 3 earned as he picks up the win. And he moves his record to 8-4 on the year. Barry Zito lasted just 3 1/3, gave up 8 runs, all earned, and evens his mark at 5-5. No save in the game today, but the one guy that certainly had a huge game, Mike Trout, who is kind enough to join us down on the field. And give it up for Mike Trout, another spectacular performance. 5 plate appearances, reaching all 5 times, picking up 4 hits. And Mike, it's got to be a lot of fun for you, not only to have a game like this, but obviously to have your mom and dad and family and friends in attendance as well.
Yeah, I keep looking up there. You know, thanks for coming out. I love you. And, you know, just happy to do it in front of them. And, you know, great team win.
Yeah, Mike, you faced a guy like Barry Zito who had won the Cy Young before in the American League. You had a pretty good breaking pitch, but you had a great approach against him tonight.
Yeah, you know, I was just trying to stay up the middle and not try to do too much and just shorten my swing and, you know, got some good pitches to hit, and I hit them.
Hey, I got to ask you, I know that as a young man, you probably don't care a whole lot about stats, at least at this point in your career, but with tonight's 5 plate appearances, you actually qualify now to be among the league leaders, and considering what Josh Hamill did today, you are now 2nd in the American League in batting average. That's got to feel pretty good for a 20-year-old in the big leagues.
Yeah, it feels great, and, you know, we're winning. So, trying to do it day in, day out, and take one game at a time. And fans are great. You know, I've seen Trout farm in left field tonight, and you know, we're having fun.
Well, you speaking of fun, 1 through 4 tonight, you guys had a lot of fun, scored a lot of runs, drove in a lot of runs, had a lot of big base hits.
Yeah, you know, Torrey is the guy you got to look at. You know, he's sacrificing his at-bats. You know, he moved me over, and then Albert's hitting me in, Trumbo's hitting me in, and we're doing our jobs. It's been great.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the leading candidate for the American League Rookie of the Year right now, and I'm not afraid to say it. That's Mike Trout, everybody. Mike, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Halos win this one 12-5. C.J. Wilson picks up the victory. A terrific overall team performance. The Angels battled it out. The bullpen pieced it together at the very end. 9 runs batted in combined by Albert Pujols and Mark Trumbo. Stick around. We'll continue to recap this one with Angels Live. Michael Lees, Chris McGee, Garrett Anderson, Jose Mota, and more. That's coming up next.